Hello, I'm CommanderZander. I remembered so that a standard critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Well, winter is just about winding down, thank God for that. And so it's time to unveil a wintry type classic that is pretty much set up in the same format as Titanic was 2 years later. That, of course, is Balto, the story of the half-pup, half-wolf who braved the elements in order to help an Alaskan civilization from sickness by the children. Can he do it in time? Let's find out with Balto. Now, for those who are not familiar, in the 1920s, Alaska had this wonderful race where the dogs went through the same path that they ended up going through in order to save the children. And yes, credit for this movie goes to Universal. And no, this is not for monetary purposes. This is strictly for review. Besides, I've heard good things about this one. We then cut to the beginning of the movie, where we see Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment being responsible for this wonderful movie, which starts with a live-like scene from New York City, clearly. And the title of the movie, Balto. With, look at all those colored trees. Do you think Bob Ross could have painted that? Of course, he just died. These are the voices that are in this movie, led, of course, by the great Kevin Bacon, who voiced the wonderful Balto. We see our lovely main character, who happened to be one of the children that was sick that Balto saved, with her granddaughter and her puppy, who looks pretty much like Balto. And yes, it's Professor Sprout. For those who are wondering if that's Professor Sprout, the answer is yes.
The trees have grown so big.
And they've become so majestic. That's because of Bob Ross. She, of course, tells the story of what happened in the year 1925, and this was before the Great Depression. When the Alaskan Dog races took place in the majestic mountains that make you think that Paramount was responsible for this, but they weren't. As Balto is wanting a spectator's view of the race.
Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
You know, I'm amazed that that's Kevin Bacon's voice because I don't recall him sounding like that, but still.
You talk me into these things.
Not the brightest of birds, as he's about to be pulverized.
What the?
Ooh. And just when the chef has him butchered for meat, Balto saves the day and leaves a feathery trail, as he gets a wonderful view of the dogs coming into the town.
Whatever you say, boys.
He doesn't look like a golden retriever to me.
One day I will be.
Here, boy. What is cooking up is no spring chicken.
This bird just can't seem to get into trouble. He's always trying to find a way to get out. So what happens at the finish line? Is there like one of those flares that's like a checkered flag? As we see our beloved dad making a sleigh for this girl.
I love these runners. I love this brush bow.
I love the fact that you're so enthused about a sleigh.
Just a minute. Come on, mush. Then you'll need this. A real musher's hat. We're a real sled now. Mush.
Mr. Johansson, the sled is beautiful.
We're very great. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is a very enthusiastic child.
Yes.
She brings hope to the world.
Watch this. Coming, sweetheart.
I don't know, honey. I think we should have gotten to the dollhouse.
Look at her go!
Mush, Jenna, mush. Let's win this race.
That's your future dog sleigh racer, ladies and gentlemen. The future is bright.
Easy, girl. Whoa.
think about going back?
Don't fret, Fido. I'm sticking here until I'm sure you can stand on own 4 feet.
Balto continues to brag about how one day he will be amongst the others.
I smell herring.
The herring are flying south too.
Wait, the bird mops? So, he gets into all kinds of trouble, yet he's able to mop. How is a bird able to fucking mop? It makes no sense. Oh, that's a cute little polar bear that's about to gun him down. Or not. That's because Big Boy's gonna hug him.
Glad to see you. We love you, Uncle Boris.
Wait a minute. How did he relate to the two polar bears? That doesn't make any genetic sense. Yeah, whatever. It's cartoon. That's a stupid question to ask. We then see the bad guy, Sky, right there, or Steel. It's not Sky, it's Steel. Pretty much acting like Scar. Of course, this movie did come out after The Lion King.
Balto, I'm
Better
sorry.
not talk to me, Jenna. I might turn on you.
Balto, wait.
Balto, of course, is frustrated because Steel once again shows off that he's the glory dog, rubbing it in the face of Balto.
As long as there's hope for those kids, I'll keep this lit. It'll guide the team back.
They have to go get the medicine in order to help the kids who are sick from a rare disease, which unfortunately has impacted our main character. This one right there. They get lost, and Balto's able to help guide them to safety. But first, he has to encounter a bear. Hey, boo-boo, we got ourselves a woofity-woof-woof for our picnic basket. Except the bear uses too much brute force and he's gonna freeze himself to death. We would like to take this time to offer our condolences to the family of Balto. May God have mercy on him. The polar bears, seeing as how they're polar bears, go in to save Balto.
They cannot swim.
What? Polar bears who can't swim?
Wait a minute, you're telling me polar bears can't swim? I thought the whole point of them being in the Arctic is so they can, you know, live in the Arctic. You're telling me they can't swim? It means they'll freeze to death. There's Balto.
He's drowning. No.
Don't put your hand in there, you're gonna Too late.
I don't see them.
Of course, Balto gets away. He gets warmed. Ooh, that's a bit inappropriate for kitties.
And it's making the ice melt.
Eventually, Balto runs into Steel and wins. Because Steel is an absolute dickhole. So now it's up to Balto to lead the trail. Mush, young Balto, mush! You are a worthy leader. This is totally ripping off of The Lion King, by the way. Except, unlike Scar, who dies, Steel lives and tries to screw Balto over.
Go ahead, wolf dog. You'll never get home.
And what?
Sure of that.
And what makes him so sure of it? He scratches every tree post, confusing Balto, and just like that, the fragile, it must be a giant, medicine nearly falls over the cliff.
Good catch, Balto.
But Balto saves the day, as he usually does. Except, oh my! Okay, you know, I'm quite surprised that that fragile box did not break, seeing how it's fragile! Come on, it just fell off a 100,000-foot cliff! How did it not break and cause the medicine to, you know, kabloo?
Well, he's tracking them.
That mutt.
Steel, of course, lies to everybody and tells them that he tried to save Balto, but to no avail, and that's why he came back here. Big fucking liar.
Snow, the wind,
Because we all know Balto comes back.
Hey, over here!
What is it?
What?
Balto?
Again, I'm quite amazed that that fragile box managed to live to tell the tale.
Oh, that's the most amazing, the most fantastic. That is the most incredible.
I'm gonna have to agree with that stuttering dog. It is amazing that the fragile box didn't break. What am I doing? It's a cartoon. So of course, Balto finds his way back up. They get the medicine delivered all the way to the ice cave, where you think the medicine will be fragile. But of course it's not. By the way, E.T. reference. Everybody's sad because Balto hasn't made it yet. Hey! Haven't you ever heard of patience? In order to be a patient, you have to be a patient. And just when hope seems lost, a familiar howl signifies the return of our hero,
Balto's back!
springing hope and joy into the northern sky.
Jenna.
Of course, he's able to deliver the medicine and is the hero of the town of Alaska. Our child is so happy. She's all better.
Rose.
As are all the children that were sick. Now they're all better. And Balto finds a familiar mush hat to give to the girl.
Balto, I'd be lost without you.
And so once again, the day is saved thanks to Balto. And of course, you can't have Balto without a little romance. Of course there's gonna be a little romance, because that's how every freaking movie like this ends. Except they... Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, the kiddies don't need to see this. We go back to the real world and the three-dimensional world as we see a statue of Balto closing the end to a fantastic 90s film. Titanic would ultimately rip on this a mere 2 years later. And so that was Balto, an absolutely amazing film, especially if you're into the Alaskan dog racing and you're a historic fan of it. This is truly one for the ages, and it's pretty hard to find something like this. So I would totally recommend this one for you. And if you're familiar with cartoon theater, that's where you probably saw it at first, then you're probably thinking the same thing as I am. Great movie. Totally recommend it. I have no idea what the hell Rotten Tomatoes was thinking of. They gave it a 50%. Don't believe me? Take a look. Watch this. Yeah, 50% by Rotten Tomatoes. They don't know shit. I'm the CommanderZander. I remembered something that sounds great and I do, and neither should you.